These are the top 3 lessons that allowed me to start making over $1,800 per day dropshipping. Hope that focused. Think it did. Is it back on me? Okay. Before we get into the lessons, quickly want to say, if you're unable to make it through this video, however long it is, maybe 5-10 minutes, then I genuinely do not think that you're going to see success dropshipping, because that just shows me that you're not serious about it and you see it as a side hustle. You see it as something that you can dedicate 1, 2, 3 hours per day. But that's just not the reality of dropshipping, which takes me into lesson 1, which is you can't treat it as a side hustle. You can't treat it as something that you'll just dedicate 1, 2, 3 hours per day to. You need to treat it as a legitimate business, because I feel like there's this notion online or just perception of dropshipping that it's just a side hustle. You could dedicate 2 hours per day to it and see success, but that is a lie. Like, I'm going to be straight up and honest with you. You can't dedicate 2 hours per day, at least at the beginning, and be successful. And if that's how you want to pursue dropshipping, then I suggest click off. Dropshipping is not for you, because you won't see success. So lesson 1, treat it as an actual business. Treat it as a company. Dropshipping is no different from any other e-commerce brand. The only difference is that you do not hold inventory and you are shipping from an international supplier directly to your customers. So why does that mean you should be treating every other part of the business differently? Like, would you ask Gymshark to just dedicate 2 hours per day to it? Obviously, that's a bigger scale, but still e-commerce. The only difference is how you're fulfilling the orders. And the ultimate goal with dropshipping shouldn't be to continue with dropshipping, but to use it to validate a product. You see that it works, and then you convert it away from dropshipping into a more legitimate brand that you can later either exit or continue scaling. Now, lesson number 2 is about your creatives, your ads. You cannot rip creatives from anyone and expect it to scale to 2K per day, 3K, 10K per day. Listen, your creative is what you're putting all of your ad spend behind. Now, how do you expect to scale and be successful and get a solid return if you're putting all your money behind a creative that's, quite frankly, shit? Your creatives are honestly one of the highest and most important things behind the website, behind all that other stuff. I'd say product and creative is about the same. You can sell a pretty shitty product with amazing creatives, but you cannot sell an amazing product with really shitty creatives. Like, you need to, I'm sorry to say, you need to dedicate a lot of time to your creatives. And it's funny because this is the one thing that I hated the most. This is the one thing that really prevented me from seeing success for so long, because I just did not enjoy doing creatives. And I didn't see the importance of it, so I just pushed it off. I'd instead create an amazing website, do hours and hours and hours product research, but I'd neglect creatives because I just didn't want to deal with it. But when I finally realized that creatives are what make or break a dropshipping brand, then I started actually devoting time to doing market research, to copywriting, to creating the creatives, and that's literally when everything turned around. And point number 3 is you need to test quick and also kill quick. There's no reason you should be spending several days building a website, a week testing a product. Within 3 days, I can tell if a product is going to succeed or not. And at least if I can't tell if it's going to succeed, I can at least tell if there's some potential, which then I will go back and then I will dedicate more time. But at the initial testing phase, before you do any product validation, why are you going to spend a week testing a product? It's a waste of time, it's a waste of money, it's a waste of resources. You need to test really quick, you need to kill really quick, and scale slowly. Because I used to take brands on the scale slowly part. I've had multiple brands where I take it from $50 per day in ad spend to 1K per day, literally in a day. It's surf scaling, I did it on TikTok. Sure, everyone has their own ad strategies and media buying strategies, which, by the way, pretty bullshit. Media buying is behind creatives, focused on creatives, not media buying. But on the surf scaling, I'd go from 50 to 1K per day in literally a day. Sure, I made 1-2K per day profit, but that ended in a week or 2. It was not consistent. The only way that I've seen consistency with my brands is by scaling slowly, scaling by 20% each day, letting the ad platform do its thing and not just going from 50 to 1K per day. Like that literally broke it and my brand did not recover. I saw zero consistency. That product literally died for me. I don't know how, sure it might work for some people. It personally never worked for me. So my motto is you test products really quick. Within 3 days, I know. Also, if I'm building a product page, I can build an entire store within 2-3 hours. Obviously, it's going to take you longer if you're just getting started, but don't dedicate too much time on the website. Build it, launch it. If you see some promise, if you see it near break even, then you know that it has potential. Then you go in, you add the upsells, you add the email flows, you improve the website, but there's no reason you should start doing email marketing before you even validated a product. That is a waste of time. Like, I'm just gonna break it to you, unless you're like, okay, I really wanna make this product work, I really enjoy it, I'm passionate about it, and I do seriously see potential in it, sure, go ahead. But if you're not, but that's not how you're gonna see great success. You need to test quick, kill quick, and then scale slowly. And I can guarantee you these 3 points, if you follow them, you're gonna be ahead of 99% of dropshippers, because firstly, they treat it as a side hustle. They expect to dedicate 1, 2, 3 hours per day to it and then to magically succeed. That is not how it works. That's not how any business works. Secondly, they neglect creatives, which is the most vital part. And thirdly, they just waste so much time and money testing products. Within 3 days and with $150, I can tell if a product is a winner or not. And it's not even the full $150 because I get some of that back through sales. But anyways, I really hope that you actually apply what I told you, because I know, 99% of you won't. But for the 1% of you that do, you got this. I have faith in you.